What's up guys, Wilson here with our latest project, which is of this brand new Ferrari SF90 Spider. Always appreciate all of our customers bringing their cars to us, even the ones that are so dedicated to drive this in this kind of rain. So we're going to do our best on this with a full body custom Clear Alpha PPF installation. As you can see, this car is absolutely specced out and with tons of custom paint and carbon fiber all over the place. We're going to protect every bit of that. So let's get this project in, get this car cleaned up and start our whole process. So check this out, and at the very end, I'll show you the results. Alright guys, this SF90 is now completed, and adding this to a long list of SF90s that we've already protected with ClearGuard Alpha PPF. So for the rest of this video, what I'm going to do is run through all of the details that we did on this car, point out some specific areas that makes this car difficult, and essentially showing you all the edge and corners that can present difficulties as far as paint protection film is concerned. So let's start off with this hood. Now, in a previous video, I showed you some work done by other companies where the seams will be on this car if this was a pre-cut template. And normally there will be a seam that just kind of follows this poly line up over here, and inside these areas there may be a wide relief opening exposing bare paint to road debris. As you can see, the way we do this, we bring the film right up to the panel edge, leaving no bare paint exposed. That way it does not disturb the aesthetics of this car while maximizing protection. There won't be any kind of areas along the leading edges or in these areas where paint will be exposed. Now, on the front bumper, we did the same thing, a custom installation so that, again, maximizing protection, maximizing the coverage areas, and leaving the minimal amount of paint being exposed to road debris. This bumper is actually quite tricky because it has a really round front end that goes this way, and the compound curvature also dips in really far. We did this covering it side to side from top to bottom, and we brought the film as deep as possible so that we protect the most paint that is possible. Now, on this area right over here around the Ferrari badge, you see that we bring the film into these areas, tucking it in as far as possible so that you don't have the seams sitting on the outside. Now, we do all of these without having to remove the front bumper or remove that Ferrari badge over there. So it just works out so much better being a custom installation. Now let's make our way to the side of this car. Now, you already know that the film, the PPF that we use exclusively here at Premier is ClearGuard Alpha because it provides the deepest gloss and also the best optical clarity, allowing the paint to really show through. And from your angle, you're probably seeing how this paint is really popping in this kind of lighting. Now, back to the front end of this car. On the front fenders, you may have noticed that this owner spec'd it with these really cool painted Ferrari badge. We protected that with a one-piece installation over the front fenders so that, you know, these are actually really expensive options to get it custom painted like that. So it's definitely the best way to go protecting this entire front fender. Now, the mirrors on this car are some of the most difficult in this industry because it has this really sharp curve that dips in and also comes all the way around, almost like wrapping a ball. We did this as a one-piece custom installation, protecting it from the outside all the way to the inside so that it maximizes protection without having to sacrifice having a lot of seams that comes over here or on the side area. Now, on the doors, we've redone quite a few SF90s that had pre-installed PPF, and in general, sometimes we see a joining seam right about here, and then sometimes we see one that comes across over here. As you can see, the way we did this is one piece without any kind of relief openings or joining seams, hence, again, maximizing protection and not affecting the way this car will look. The ultimate goal of any kind of paint protection film is to make it as seamless as possible, to make it look like there's no film on here at all. Now let's make our way back. The rear quarter panels done the same way as the doors, custom installation, or done the same way as the entire car, custom installation. We wrap the film into these areas so that the forward facing areas do not get any kind of damage, and we also protected all of these carbon fiber bits inside this little vent area. And there's certainly a lot of carbon fiber to be protected on this car. Just like this rear spoiler, as you can see, is just a gorgeous option. We protected this big wing piece from front to back, one piece installation again, so that it just maximizes the protection overall on here. The last carbon fiber piece that we did is the rear diffuser. As you can see, this is a really great option, a really good looking one, and worth protecting because this bottom area gets a lot of debris being bounced up and down and damaging this from whatever is being kicked up from the rear tires. Now, the last panel I want to show you is this rear bumper. This rear bumper is actually quite difficult as well, presenting a lot of problems because of this deep curve right over here, and also these little vent openings presents a little bit of a challenge as well. But as you can see, one piece all the way through, we tuck the film into these areas all the way below the rear bumper over here so that whatever's being bounced up from the rear tires is fully protected. And if you look carefully over here on the horse badge, you don't see the seam sitting on the outside. If there was a pre-cut template, you would get an outline of where the horse is, but doing it this way again preserves the overall look of this car, and doing it again with clear cut alpha so that it gives the best hydrophobicity, best clarity, and best gloss overall. So guys, another one of these projects completed, and I want to thank you for watching another one of these, and until our next video, I'll see you soon.